and today I'm here at Download Festival with Dan and Rick from Polaris. How are we doing today, guys?
Yeah, very good. Happy to be here.
Yes.
Nice to cop some sun out in the UK.
I was going to say, enjoying the weather as well, like, especially after Download last year, it was terrible.
Oh, really?
Like, it rained the whole weekend, so this is beautiful for all of us.
I was definitely relieved to walk in and not find like an absolute mudslide, because that was my fear. We did not like prepare for these muddy festivals. We were a bit naive, and I think we all regretted not buying some like welly boots before we like got into them.
I think with how the weather is, like over in Australia, you guys are so used to blazing hot sun most of the time, everything like that, and coming over here must be a bit of a culture shock sometimes.
I mean, we got over here for European summer, and for the first like 6 days it rained and it was cold, so I was actually underdressed. It was a bit strange. But
yeah, we've seen like electrical storms everywhere, like over the last couple of days, being like insane thunderstorms and stuff. And then Rockin' Park was a total mud fest. It was amazing, but it was funny arriving at Sleep Token stage, which essentially looked like it had a castle on it. But the castle inadvertently had grown itself a moat in the mud. There was like a distinct moat of mud like all the way around like the front area, and it was real hard to get in and out. So today, by contrast, is
let's
chill.
hope today's not a repeat of that for them then.
Knock on wood. I think we're good.
Yeah. So I was going to say, you guys have had like a crazy festival run having a crazy festival run this summer, and you've even got some sideshows with Slipknot, A Day to Remember, like massive names. Like, how did all of that come about, firstly?
I mean, every festival runs kind of the same way. You just like you work with your booking agent, get the offers in there, and then like when it came to filling in the gaps, that was where it got tricky. We're working with a fella from Cobra Agency now named Dominic, and he managed to kind of tee up the sideshows, because before then we were like, okay, it's looking like we're going to have quite a few days off, and as much as that's going to be a sick festival season, it's like, well, what do we do? Like, we want to come here and play shows. So when the names A Day to Remember and Slipknot popped up, it was like, oh, okay, you like literally could not say anyone to make us more stoked. So it was like, it went from, well, we've got to fill these gaps, to like, oh wow, this is going to be a sick month. Like,
it went from like, oh cool, like a bunch of good festivals, that's nice, to being like, oh my god, this became a month of dreams. Just like, it's just it's you don't want to have too many days off.
I think
like,
when you chill out a bit
reasons.
too much, it's like you don't want to get back up again, kind of thing.
Oh, it's all that. I mean, and honestly, and just it's financially difficult.
Oh,
it's all of those things. It's
especially
like,
coming so far.
No.
Yeah, but I think there was a point where we were hanging in the balance, like the Slipknot shows are probably going to happen. They're probably going to happen. We were just sitting there kind of like crossing our fingers and praying, and when we finally got those shows locked in, it was like, okay, this might be our best summer run ever. And after only like a week,
it is without a doubt.
It is already far surpassed any expectation. It's insane. So.
That is like, it is a bucket list summer run. Like, even like I was looking at it and just like, it's an incredible run of festivals, such like iconic ones in every country as well. Have there been any like standout moments so far for you?
Oh, I think Rockin' Park and Rock Am Ring, like, we grew up like watching so many of those like live videos and live sets from those festivals, and being able to experience it firsthand is like, it's just like monumental.
It's like a mythical place that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, one day we'll reach the far kingdom of Rockin' Ring and Rockin' Park.
And
so
I mean, like most of the other festivals we have crossed over before, but we did do Nova Rock the other day. Unfortunately, we had to leave early though, and that was an extra little twist of the knife, because Linkin Park were playing, and we had to leave.
Heartbreaking.
I know.
Have you seen many bands?
I don't think any of us have seen Linkin Park play before. So like, it was.
Yeah.
That was devastating to miss that. We're just praying that comes around again. Apart from that, Rock for People was
highlight. I mean, Rock for People was our like first like summer show 2 years ago now. It was Rock for People and then Download second. And so this time, being able to go back to like both festivals, it's really cool to like experience the growth and kind of like be able to come back and feel a bit more like, oh, I know where catering is and I know where the bathrooms are, and like, you know, I know my way around the summer festivals.
So far from home, and you're like, I know what I'm doing.
It's always a little different, but it's familiar. It's kind of familiar. I walked in here today and I said, oh yeah, okay, this kind of looks like similar to last year. I know what to expect.
But
last year was my first download, and I'm here with like a lot of people who are at their first download, and I'm like, it's okay guys, I know where it is.
Yeah, exactly. You're the pro. It's like, follow me.
Has there been a big difference in kind of your like UK, European crowds, especially like from your Australian crowds as well?
I think like we've experienced like slow and steady growth in every territory, to where it's like, especially like Europe and UK have almost like felt like second homes to us. Like the US is like so vast and has so many cities where it's like one day you could have the best show of your life, the next day you could have 100 people and be like, all right, who knows when we'll come back here. But I feel like every time we come to Europe and the UK, we kind of get spoiled with how good the crowds are to us. Like, it really is a second home kind of vibe where, like, you get the same kind of energy and the same kind of commitment from fans that you would expect from a home show, which is really sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I think Australia will always probably at least for a very long time, will still operate on a slightly different scale to the other places, just because it's like it's where we've done all of the growth, and I think they have that real home attachment and that feeling of that personal connection, which makes it all feel even more special when we play there. But it is getting to the point now where, like, you know, there was a point where we couldn't imagine shows over here being as good as the shows at home, and it's starting to get to the point where it's like, pretty blessed to be able to say that they're pretty much just as good on a lot of days, and these festivals are on another level. So
Oh, of course. I mean, we love you guys over here. We're all, like, any lineup that we see you on, it's incredible. Like the Beartooth run was
that was
something else. I absolutely loved those shows. I think I was at the Manchester one, and it was...
we love to be a part of it. Like, Beartooth's like a band that... I literally liked Beartooth on Facebook when they had 1,000 likes, because it was like...
Oh my god, yeah!
It was literally like Attack with Caleb as frontman. I was like, this is sick. And then as soon as he announced his new band, I was like, I'm in, day one, let's go.
And next thing you're sharing a stage with them.
Well, I mean, to see what they've done in like the amount of time that they've been a band is like inspiring enough, but then to play the shows with them was like, I get to see exactly how you guys like translating it all and like how they've kind of grown. So it was so sick to be a part of that tour.
Like you say, we're literally day one fans of Beartooth. We just really like what Caleb had been doing, and so we've followed it for a long time. And we did that Architects tour a few years ago and got to see I remember seeing them then, and I remember they had really leveled up in everything about what they were doing at that time was like, they had really just kind of taken themselves to another level in how they were playing, and then seeing them again this time, it's like, damn, still just gets better and better. They're a terrific band. And Landmarks, we love Landmarks from France. Bless them.
We caught them at Slam Dunk last month, and they're incredible.
They're so sick and just the loveliest people. That was just as far as 3-band bills go, just can't beat that. It was awesome.
It's hard to beat a 3-band bill at the best of times, but
absolutely.
The two of those guys, sick to be a part of it.
I just love how you guys are like coming all this way, and it's still like such a little community, and everyone knows everyone, and it's amazing.
We walked in today, and like first thing, I walked off our bus. I looked over, I saw our friend Alec, who's TM'd from us many times in the past, like very close friend of ours. I look over to the side, and there's all the Currents boys just spilled out of their mini sleeper, and I was like, oh my god! It's like the boys are back in town was playing in my head repeatedly. It was just. And then we walked into the catering. Dayseeker was there. I've run into so many people. I was chatting to my friend Liam from Cancer Bats earlier, who I met in Brisbane last year. I'm like, everywhere I turn, there is somebody to catch up with. And it's not just the bands. It's like by now we know so many of the crews of the other bands as well. Half of them have like worked with us or for a band on a tour we've been on. And everywhere you turn, there's like somebody you want to hug, and it's just lovely.
It goes hand in hand with like, I know the festival grounds. It's like, hey, I know that guy. I know her. I know him. It's like, it's great.
It's nice, like that familiarity. As I think like it's the more time goes on, the more we get to experience that. It's just really nice to like. I don't know, I remember, like, don't get me wrong, we still feel a little out of our depth at these places as well. Like when you walk into backstage and there's all of Slipknot there, all 7 foot tall of them or something. You're like, it's still intimidating, but like at the same time, like we are starting to feel a little more, I guess, at home in this environment and in this world, and feel like it's just beautiful to be a part of it. I said the other day, it's like it's kind of like it's nice to feel like you're kind of invited to sit with the cool kids a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to have a seat at the table and be at the party is just awesome. That's all we've ever wanted. So
yeah. So aside from your jam-packed tour schedule at the moment, like, what else have you guys been up to? Have you just been having some downtime, or is there anything in the works at all?
We've been really busy in both. We've been riding and stuff. We just did two week-long riding retreats where we went down to like a little bit of country New South Wales, a little bit south of where we are. We like to get away and ride a little bit. So I take that off. I don't want to make it. I can see his arms getting tired. We had two like really nice blocks of riding where we made some real big leaps on the new music that we're working on. Came away really excited. And aside from that, it's like all like in the last like 6 months, like a lot of us, just things have just changed a lot. Like Jake got married a couple of months ago. That was awesome. That we all had a wonderful time celebrating that. Went on his honeymoon. Jamie's having a baby in like a month. We've just moved into new places as well, so we're like busy in like domestic mode, like setting up our new home studios and buying furniture and stuff. And Jesse went down to move back to Albury, and he's been hopping up and back between Sydney. Like we've all had a lot going on, but it's all been like really positive stuff, like both within the band and in our lives. So it's just cool to finally have time to give energy to both things instead of just one, which is really hard. Yeah.
No, it's not often you see like, you know, it's not often you get that much downtime when you're like touring so much. So it's so nice to hear about that side of things as well, and hear, you know, you guys have so many amazing milestones going on outside of Polaris.
That's a nice place to be as well. Like I think for a long time it was like, you know, everything in your personal life does take a back seat when you're doing what we're doing. Like inevitably, like it can get like that, but after a while that's not sustainable to feel good and happy, and being able to find the balance where we're able to actually give what we want to our personal lives and like build something that we want to come home to, you know what I mean, is like wonderful. I think when we were younger it was just like, let's just be in the van for as much time as we possibly can, and now we
gotta work.
Yeah.
This is the reality of being a rock and roll guy in your 30s, I guess.
Yeah. Life must go on, but work does too.
Of course. So just to wrap this interview up really quickly, my final question for you guys. Who are your Download 2026 headliners? Who would you like to see on a bill this big?
Linkin Park.
I was going to say, if they put us on the show, then Linkin Park. So we go on.
Finally, yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold throwback set.
Ooh,
let's go.
Yes.
City of Evil anniversary. Oh, wait, yeah, that's 2027? Or 2000?
Just in general, Avenged Sevenfold Classics set. We got to see them do a set the other day that was like mixed old and new, which was like awesome to see all the new stuff. All still amazing, but we have a real close personal attachment to the early stuff. So I'll put that one up there. Fuck it, Muse.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, Rage Against the Machine. Oh, that's not happening, is it? Shit.
System of a Down.
System of a Down. Good. Is there anyone else who's been on our list for a long time that's like?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, I think those are some pretty great choices. Blink-182, every year forever.
Just chuck them all in there.
Yeah, why not?
Everyone ever.
Let's get out Spotify.
Yeah.
So I could go on forever. Oh, and Meshuggah, why not? We haven't seen Meshuggah yet, so.
Thank you so much for being here with me, guys. It's
Thank
been
you
so
so
much fun.
We appreciate it.